It's time to lift the curtain and give you guys an inside look at my stats, armory, and some of my favorite class loadouts here in Advanced Warfare. What I'm going to do is first kick off by showing you guys my combat record, and of course in that show you guys my KD ratio, win-loss, and score per minute. So you can see right here at Grandmaster, I'm at a 2.08 KD ratio, win-loss 3.52, my score per minute's at a 329, time in combat 17 days. A little closer look, you can see my kills, deaths, wins, and all that good stuff. I will be giving you guys another stats video before Advanced Warfare comes to a close to show you guys my final stats for Advanced Warfare once we get into Black Ops 3. But without further ado, let's jump into the armory, shall we? Now, I'm going to give you guys a quick disclosure statement with this, and that is none of these weapons were earned through buying advanced supply drops. You guys know me, I was not an advocate of that. All of these weapons that you see here, I have earned by going up through the prestige ranks, going for supply drop challenges, earning advanced supply drops, regular supply drops, but none of it was purchased, okay? So I want to get that clear right now. I am not for that. I do not support that. Obviously, there's this big illusion out there that if you go and spend hundreds of dollars on advanced supply drops, you'll get all the weapons you want. That may be true for the people that want to get those weapons really quickly, and of course, the more that you buy, the higher your chances are of achieving getting these elites and royalty variants and legendary variants and all that stuff. But to be honest, if you just go through the game and just prestige your way through it, you will earn those weapons sooner or later, and this is proof of that right here. And just also to let you guys know about advanced supply drops, when I was going through my prestige ranks and all the advanced supply drops that I did earn, I hardly ever got an elite weapon, a royalty variant, or anything like that in an advanced supply drop. It was always camo, it was always exosuits, and all the customization, colorful stuff, and I really didn't care about that stuff too much. I was more, you know, into the weapons. I wanted the elite weapons, the insanities, the speakeasies, and I got most of my elite variants and royalty variants through regular supply drops, believe it or not. I know there's people out there, and I'm one of them too, on those days when you get a bunch of supply drops, and there's been days I've gotten 20, 30 supply drops because I was playing for 7-8 hours and I didn't get squadoosh, okay? So it does happen, but if you keep playing and you keep prestiging, sooner or later you'll start getting those variants that you've always wanted. So that's something that people should know, because I got a feeling that a lot of people believe this is a pay-to-wins type system, and in some cases it is. You know, those people that just get on the game, they spend these hundreds of dollars on advanced supply drops just to get the real quick access to these weapons. But if you just go in there and grind through it and just have fun, play the game, play with the team, you're going to end up getting them and you're not going to pay anything. So just know that. I think that's something that should be voiced in the community. I don't think enough people say that. You know, more people are supporting watching these advanced supply drop openings. I'm very happy that Black Ops 3 is not going to have this variant system. You know, this was, I think, kind of cool for its time, this advanced warfare thing with the variants and everything, but I don't really want to see it returning in any future CODs. I'm more for just having the base variant of the weapon and everybody use that. You know, this kind of gave some people an edge, especially when you didn't have these powerful elite variants that would just melt you and you're just stuck with the base variant. So again, you know, it's something that I enjoyed. I thought it was kind of a cool twist to the game, but overall, do I would want it to return in a future Call of Duty? Probably not. That'd probably be my final decision with that. I don't like the variant system that much. So anyway, you can see right there some of my royalty weapons. I lucked out and got that ASM-1 royalty. Really happy about that. And of course the BAL-27 royalty, you guys know, is one of my favorite weapons because it's just the Inferno, and the Inferno's always been one of my favorite weapons. Speaking of the Inferno, let's get into my class loadout, shall we? This is my tryhard class. You guys can see I like the BAL-27 royalty with stock quick draw and silencer. Perk it up, use a UAV with threat detection and scrambler. Now, speaking of, you know, the UAV and threat detection, as you guys can just see my other classes here. By the way, feel free to pause this later, come back, take a look. These are just my favorite class loadouts to use when I'm out there pub stomping, so you can kind of get an idea of the different weapons that I use and the different classes that I use. The next one here, Streaker, something that I use during domination. You can see Obsidian Steed Loud, which is of course the loud class without silencer, Insanity Loud, so forth and so on. There's a few of them I do want to describe to you, but anyway, I see a lot of people out there not using cold-blooded as their primary perk 2. I've noticed a lot of pub stompers out there. You see them putting blind eye on, and you see a lot of other people using Blind Eye as a preferred perk number 2, and I think that's just completely ludicrous, and let me tell you why. Most of the times, people are throwing up UAVs with threat detection, okay? That makes you the red shadow through walls that people can see the red silhouette, and you always wonder when you turn a corner and someone shoots you, like, how did they know I was coming? How did they know I was there? Well, that's probably because you got Blind Eye on, and Blind Eye is pretty much useless unless they have any kind of aerial assault up in the air. If it's a warbird, a paladin, an assault drone, something like that, then yes, Blind Eye would be needed. But most of the times that's not going to happen unless you're playing domination or something like that. What you need to do is keep cold-blooded on as a perk number 2 to keep yourself off their UAVs, because that's what you need more often than not. Now, you do need to have those counter classes, and this is one right here, my Bow Anti-Air with the Firehawk, and you can see here I have Blind Eye and Hardwired. This is for when things get hairy and like a game of domination. You know, you got some tryhards on the other side, they're throwing up warbirds, they're throwing down system hacks, and you need something to counter that with. This is a class to counter those type of players right there, and then this one right here is the ASM-1 Anti-Air, which gives me a little bit more mobility, but it still has Blind Eye and Hardwired. So again, you guys got to make those classes to kind of have that balance to be able to go out there and have fun and be able to slay. But at the same time, if people come in and start dropping score streaks and just really making it difficult for you, you got to have the classes to counter that with. You got to have a little bit of everything out there, and that's why I'm a big advocate of the more class loadouts you have, the stronger player you can be, because the more choices you have to counter whatever style of players that you're playing. And speaking of countering different types of players, I will also show you right here after I get past the Silence Steed and the Silence Insanity, and of course those are good for when people are feeding off the radar. You saw the loud classes in the beginning, but the people that kill you, you go kill for death, that's because they're feeding off their minimap. I'll switch over to the Silence classes right there and make things difficult. This one right here is what I was going to talk about, my anti-worming class, or anti-camping class, whatever you want to call it. Very good for hardpoint, momentum, anything like that. You know, it's a blast, no pun intended, but it has danger close. You got 2 nades, a launcher, and 2 noob tubes along with the assault drone, and it can really give people a difficult time that are trying to camp in certain places. You know, they try to put their riot shields up and everything, and they got the trophy system just in case they start launching nades your way. But this is a very fun Grenader class. I really enjoy this class. I use it quite often when I want to troll. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little look into my class loadouts. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section down below. If you have any questions about any other classes I may use, leave them down below and I'll get back to you. But anyway, guys, thanks for all your views, subscribes, and likes. This is NESSINATOR1, and I'm out.